Hello, my name is Rosanamod, and welcome to the rosanamod podcast. Want to modify your life? That is corny, but I'm going to keep it in there. This variety show brainstorms solutions for everyday challenges, unlocks your secret potential, think outside the box with creative ideas that improve your business and your life. Get inspired with special guests, get motivated with how-to projects for the whole family, and learn that life is too short for anything less than being happy. Laugh with me or at me, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to laugh. Welcome to the Rosanamod Variety Pod. This is your vessel and host, Rosanamod, aka Rosanamod. We are at episode 112, 112, which I was corrected by my mother that it's not 112, it's 112, which is 112. I added the Y in there because I thought in English it's 112, so 112, which is technically not wrong, but this is where my English and my Spanish get mixed up sometimes, and this is why I call it Spanglish. Today, Friday Foods is about polenta. If you guys don't know what polenta is, look it up. It's yellow cornmeal. I compare it to grits, which is technically the same thing except it's white and polenta is yellow. Yellow cornmeal and white cornmeal. The difference between grits and polenta, it's so similar. If you like grits, you'll like polenta. Polenta is an Italian meal. They make it with sauce, Italian sausages and meats, and you put that into the sauce and you put that on top of the polenta, and that's how you cook it. I like it when it's that texture of like the grits where it's creamy, but I prefer it when it's the day after because it sets and it gets solid. Cut it into like a couple of inches thick and then I fry it. I like that crust, and I usually have that with like a fried egg on top when I have polenta. Now, polenta is a cornmeal, so it's fattening. My mother actually helped me out with this recipe because I couldn't think of anything to talk about as far as foods. And I said, I want something a little different. And I know I haven't had her on stuff, but I have to get her over here. She went to the store to buy polenta. And because it's yellow, right next to this other thing, she bought this other thing instead. I'm not going to tell you what it is until I tell you what happened. She brought it home and she told me that she was making it like regular polenta, but then she noticed the package was yellow. So it gave the impression that it was polenta. But since she can't really see real well, it kind of surprised. She saw the corn picture on there and she just figured, and it's got like a little Spanish lady on it. She figured, it's polenta, right? She opened it and it was white. So that's how she knew it was not polenta, because polenta is yellow. Well, this one is pan, P-A-N, not one word. What does it stand for? I have no idea. All I know that is pre-cooked gluten-free and kosher flour for arepas. Made in the USA, kosher, halal, 100% gluten-free, Colombian, Venezuelan, and Mexico recipe. I've never had arepas. All I know is my mother said this was pre-cooked, so it didn't take as long. She made it within 5 minutes. So is it better than polenta? Yes, it is, because if it's quicker to make, because with polenta, you have to sit there and stir it and stir it and stir it, keep watching it so it doesn't get lumpy, and you have to really keep an eye on it for a few minutes, right? And it is delicious, but she told me this tastes exactly the same, and if you think about it, why wouldn't it? It's cornmeal, except it's white cornmeal, maíz blanco. Perfect, right? So I'm going to definitely try this. But there's different brands. If you guys want to reach out and let me know what the difference is, I'd be more than happy to share that information. So that's what she did. She made it like that. And then she said it's so plain because she usually makes it with sauce. She wanted to try something different. So she had chicken breast and she basically cut that up into little pieces, mixed in some soy sauce, a little bit of orange juice was just something that I also do with my chicken. I always usually put orange juice in my chicken. I like how it tastes. It's, and I prefer the one with the pulp. If you don't like pulp, you're not really going to even notice it if you mix it in with the chicken. I mix that in there because I like that sweet flavor and I know that it's healthy and it's okay. So, and ginger, of course. And then she put paprika to, for the color, and mixed that up in there with the chicken and made like a sauce, and it put it on top of the polenta, and she said it was the most delicious thing she's ever had, and added carrots. So there you go. That's your recipe for the day for your Friday foods. Polenta is traditional Italian meal, but in South America, of course, we eat it all the time because there was a lot of Italians that came in from Europe during the war. So there are a lot of Germans and Italians living in South America, Uruguay specific, which is why we look the way we do. We have that non-traditional Hispanic look. Everybody's mixed anyway, if you think about it. We're all basically mixed, so we're all months. I'm going to start putting some background sounds in everything that I do, but I'm going to use my own background sounds so that you guys can hear what it is that I make. And if you're interested, reach out to me and I'll let you know where you can find them. And that's all I have. So if you want to be a podcaster and you feel this is something that you can do, please look at the links below the show notes. You will see Buzzsprout there. If you are interested in supporting the show, please do go out there and get your polenta. Fry it up if you want. If you fry it, just let it sit cool. When you let it sit and cool, it's going to firm itself up like a gelatin. You can just cut it in any way you want. You can cube it. You can cut it into little cubes if you like and fry it up. You can make so many things with it. It's really, really good. It's like I said, if you like grits, you're going to like polenta. And if you like polenta, you're going to like this one. So if you don't know how to cook that well and you want to impress your friends, you want to do that. And if you want to make a nice sauce, well, then you can do a nice sauce. Maybe next week I'll talk about sauce, on how to make a really good, nice, delicious Uruguayan Italian sauce. Tomato sauce. Thank you for listening again. Coco gets her cone off on Tuesday, so that's something to look forward to. Crossing my fingers, saying a little prayer, hoping everything's okay and she's healing okay. On that note, from Coco and I, stay happy, smile, remember that you are in charge of your own destiny, and remember that you are responsible for your own failures. Aha, you don't want to hear that, huh? I snuck that one in there. Enjoy your weekends. Talk to you soon. God bless you. And what do we say?